So we are going to continue our adventure to try and rule the last surviving city in Frostpunk. So I will resume the story here. So this was our city last time we left it. So we still have 18 homeless people. We have 7 hungry, so we don't have enough food, and we have a sawmill here. Right, yeah, okay, so we created a bunch of sawmills all over this settlement, basically. Hope was one promise broken, and the generator is shutting down because we don't have enough coal. Okay, so we need to find coal, but didn't we create? So this is closed at this time of day, so that's why we don't have enough coal. If I remember correctly here, there was something called emergency shifts, right? So this was, we could force any facility to work for the next 24 hours. But so using that emergency shift will raise discontent. Discontent will rise slightly. But if I sign it, will it actually be discontent, or can I just sign it now and then decide what will happen? Well, let's wait. Maybe we don't need to use it right now. This needs people, right? So we can send in all the workers. 1 worker, 17 engineers here. So it's getting pretty cold now, and the heat is, I mean, it gets a little bit warm, I guess. So let's speed things up here. I'm not really sure if it's something we can do here. We haven't gotten any purpose or direction. A new leader. Wow. This place is killing us slowly with despair. So we need to try to get the coal up here as well. Okay, so it's really freezing at the moment. Let's check them. It's chilly. And it's freezing here. The sawmill is cold. We should... So I remember in the heating here there was steam hubs. We should probably build those. When powered by the generator, these contraptions will create additional smaller heat zones around them. Each active steam hub consumes 3 coal per hour. Right. Okay. So we need to have. I think we should sign the emergency shift. Sign it. And force people to start working on it now, even though people will get mad. So we are in the... Okay, so we are in the morning right now, 9 o'clock, work time. So we're slowly getting cold here, so we should power this up again. Building abilities. You unlock a new building ability by signing a new law. Building abilities can affect society in many ways. Each has a cooldown and many also a cost. You can find out more about a given ability in the buildings panel. Right. Is that? We search for other cities. Man from Winter Home. We found an exhausted man at the edge of the city. He said that he came from Winterhome, a settlement located not far from here, and that was he was the last survivor. Winterhome is dead, everyone's dead, there is no hope for surviving this accursed wasteland. You're all doomed, you must escape. Those were his last words. So we are alone. The news has shocked everyone in the city. There were supposed to be many settlements and construction crews here, people living normal lives, home heated by generators, but we're all alone, so hope. Oh wow, we are gathering as a mob here. We're all dead. This place is a deadly trap. We need to get out of here. We should have never left Britain. Why did Winterhome fail? Are we going to die here too? Winterhome has fallen. We're all dead. How we will survive here without any help? We have to go back to London. There's no hope for us here in this frozen desert. People start to gather as the news of the fate of Winterhome spreads through the city. Some of them want to drop everything and flee to London. Panic is starting to set in. I must give them purpose. Choose our path. People are shaken, racked by fear and doubt. We have lost hope in our chances of survival. Desperation could quickly push them to commit reckless acts. You have to unite them behind a vision of the future. Decide now what will give them purpose and restore hope, or else our city will descend into chaos that consumed Winterhome. So we have two options here. Order and discipline. A new set of laws will become available. Order, or faith and spiritual strength. So I think we should have order and discipline. I think we need to have order in order to survive here. So purpose, and we have a neighborhood watch. Okay. And this is, what does this do here? We need to mobilize and stand together to help people in need and protect them from troublemakers. By introducing this law, another one can be passed after 1 day and 12 hours. Right? New building, watchtower. Watchtower increase the hope of people living nearby. You have to build 2 watchtowers. So basically, I guess that's not really a downside, is it? You have to build 2 watchtowers, so where is it a downside? And we need 15 wood and 5 steel to do it. Okay. So we have an order tab here, and we have a watchtower here. People working near watchtowers are protected by their neighbors serving as watchmen, so they feel safer and more happy. So this is the radius of a watchtower. I guess. So if we What happens if we create one here? Final warning. People are desperate. Sir, people are talking openly about overthrowing you. What? Breath of hope. They see no future for our city and they blame you for that. What should we do? Send calls to silence them. We must hold on for a couple more days. We have 2 days to raise hope. Yes, let's do that. And we can do that by creating watchtowers. So that's 2 watchtowers here, and we have 16 children here. Right? This is max. The Londoners, the unconvinced, want to leave. Sir, you've convicted the majority, but hope is low. A group of our people are still so scared that they want to flee the city for London in 15 days. We've come to try to change your mind. You say order will save us? Nonsense. What are we going to orderly decide who to eat first when we start to starve? If we don't try to reach London, we'll end up like Winterhome. Calm down, we're not going to die. The Londoners. Your people are divided. Some of them are so scared that they want to plan to leave the city for London in 15 days. We'll try to convince others to join them, preying on their discontent. Right, fear may lead people to desperate acts. Maintain peace, give people hope, and manage their discontent to guide the city safely through the looming social crisis. So is this the number of days? The number of Londoners, the number of people who wants to return to London. And this is 14 days left. Don't let the Londoners disrupt the city. So we basically want to create chaos here now. But we are creating 2 watchtowers. And this is... what's wrong with this building here now? Oh yeah, right. We need food on these. And this is too cold. And our coal here. So how much coal do we consume? So if we go to economics here, coal management, we are... the coal gain is 576, so it's plus minus 0. We probably need 1 more coal station, I feel, or coal mine. So resources, coal mine. Let's see. So we can create more coal. Let's build some roads, right? Roads are created. So 18 are still homeless, so we will have to build more houses as well. So we have some people. So these were the bank house we researched just before we ended last stream. So this was a tent, a thinly insulated shelter for 10 people. So this is for 10 people, but it's warmer basically. But that's 20 wood, 10 steel. Oh, is our steel here? We have a lot of wood. Yeah, let's do a bunk. So we need 2. Let's create some roads here as well. Yonk. Like that, okay. So we have the watchtowers here and we need people there. We don't have a lot of people. Let's put in 5 here. Put in 3 there. Watchtowers built. As promised, you built and manned watchtowers to maintain order in the city. Hope rises. But we still have 13 people who want to leave. Let's look at our scout. We arrived at the bridge at winter home, right? Explore. A functional automaton. Okay, we stopped at the edge of a deep, wide ravine, marveling at the steel bridge spanning it. Even more so, the huge automation sweeping snow from the roadway. It would be possible to send the machine back to our city or dismantle it for resources. I mean, what does this machine do? That's really interesting. We should try to send it back to the city. Automaton sent to city. We programmed the automaton and sent it on its way. As it disappeared into the distance, walking steadily towards our city, the first wisps of snow started to settle on the bridge. Okay, and from there, large convoy or weather station. Let's go to the convoy. So that was there. Let's go back to the city. The deserted bridge. Finding the bridge to Winterhome proved that we are on the right track, but raised questions. Why was the bridge deserted? Why wasn't the automaton and the care of an engineer? There are logical explanations to all of this, but people are growing anxious. We'll find out in Winterhome. So let's research the Steam hubs, right? Or we completed this, didn't we? Or maybe we didn't. We need 50 steel. We have 21. So these are all drive, generate efficiency. Okay, so we can't do this. We need 50. Steam hub. That's only 10 wood. Might as well do that. Oh wow, we need so many. We need a lot of workers here. Wow, look at that. Look at that robot, that's awesome. So slowly it's going back to our city. I wonder what we'll do once it arrives here. Okay, so we still have a coal problem, right? What more? But we don't have enough men to populate it. So the question is here. So this is the sawmill that creates 3. Right, so we created 3 sawmills, right? But we don't need to have all these people there. So send more to coal here, waiting for workers. And we have 10 workers there. Okay, it's not built yet. Right? And the construction. Yeah. So let's speed things up here. So this is soon done. Our new housing is soon done as well. And this housing, right? It costs 10 steel. Oh, we need that steel. Okay. Let's man this for even more coal. So we still have, how is the food going here? Food. So we have 136 food, but we are consuming 163. And this is only at 6 of 5 are working here. Yeah. So you have 16 children, and we could send them. So we need workers here, and these are the. So if we remove all the workers here and put all the children in these instead. So these are manned with children. They should have more workers, so we put more workers there. Scouts have reached the large convoy. Let's explore. Large convoy. We sought Winterhome. The workers who were riding in this convoy told us they were heading for the city of Winterhome. We were supposed to follow the signal from the beacon, but we couldn't pick it up. They say we tried to follow our search pattern to find it, but we ran out of fuel. Send the survivors to a city, and then head to the weather station. People join the Londoners. Oh, we need to raise the hope. Sir, people who want to leave for London have successfully urged their friends and neighbors to join them. People are more easily persuaded because they have little hope in our ultimate survival. Oh, okay, so we need hope here. How do we increase hope? Let's pause here. Is there a way we can increase hope? Okay, permanent modifiers, 50 living near a watchtower or guard station. So 1 adult died before of Winterhome, unpopular decision, right? And 1 promise fulfilled. But what else? Raise your hope to 15%. Housing. Six status, untreated citizens, okay, with food. And this was the steel. The wood, okay. I guess we had 2 sawmills, right? We had this sawmill here. This we abandoned. Need to build more streets here as well. Okay, let's quickly finish building the street here. Street like that. Okay, and this is the sawmill. We can move the engineers on this sawmill and put them into the food. Right, we should have 10 workers, 10 engineers. Okay, so we need to find where did we put the engineers. So there are 5 engineers here, but we don't need to have engineers there. We could have workers. Okay. So we need workers here. Where did we put the workers? So that's children, right? No, here's children. That's children. Workers. Where else? We have workers here. We have workers there. And then in the watchtower. So we need to find something where we could remove that was the children. We need to find somewhere where we have workers and engineers. So where are workers? Workers are up there. I mean, okay, so we can move workers from the coal mine and add engineers instead. Yeah, and we can put more workers here, like that. Okay, let's continue. Not really sure if that's going to help. And let's see if we can create some more gathering resources. Right, that's the beacon, that's the workshop, that's the watchtower. Can we create more watchtowers here? Maybe over here. Okay, so we created a watchtower there. We need to create connector roads. Like that. I think. Steam hub researched. Oh, that's nice. We still need a lot of steel here. Are we even gathering steel? Steel. We're not gathering any steel. Where do we have steel? Wasn't it up here? Is this steel? Build steelworks nearby to extract. To start extraction. Let's see. Steelworks. We don't. Okay. We probably haven't even researched that. Yeah, we need to have steel. It feels like steel is like the next material we actually need. Let's see, resources, and we need a steel worker. Or steel works, so that's 10 wood. So let's start to research that. Timely intervention. Sir, a child climbed the generator, slipped and fell, but was thankfully caught by a neighboring watch member who was on patrol nearby. He then escorted the child to his mother and gave them both a good talking. Could have ended with a broken leg or worse if it weren't for our watchmen. A neighbor commented, "We're lucky to have them. I'm glad it ended well." So hope this increases hope. Right. This is a sawmill, right? Sawmill. Let's speed things up here. Sawmill, sawmill. Storage near capacity. Right, okay. So hopefully we won't just extract more wood.
Gather your tools. The shift is ending.
"25 Londoners. Oh wow. Let's look at the steel. The hubs here. Come on. Resources. Tech. The steam hub. 20 steel. Okay. Cold homes. Captain, some of our people are concerned about how low temperature in the homes. About the low temperature in the homes. We are quite sensible. Point out that it's easy to fall ill when it's cold, and you ask them to address the problem. Let's heat all homes, right? You have to start heating one of the 2 cold homes within 2 days, and keep them heated for 2 days. You'll have to start heating 2 homes within 24 hours, and keep them heated for 2 days. So let's just heat some of them, I guess. So which homes are they referring to? We only have coal to 4 hours. Wow, that's bad as well. Scouts have reached the weather station. Let's see. Explore. There's nobody in the weather station, but everything still seems to be operational. We could try to find out what the scientists from Winterhome were working on. Grim forecast. We found scientists' note. They predict that the great cold is going to get much worse. What's more troubling is that the observations ended abruptly months ago. There is also not a can of Spam, not even a crumb of bread left in the pantry. It's obvious they have moved out for good. We can see the city of Winterhome from the roof of the weather station. So we found Winterhome and we found the coal mine. So let's take the resources there. So I think we should go to the coal mine next. And before we go to Winterhome, we should probably go back with the resources. So let's go to the coal mine. No, abandoned station. The recent reports from the weather station has got people talking. We are frightened that such an important facility was apparently abandoned. Some are starting to wondering whether the evacuation from London was a good idea. A few lamenting openly, I knew we shouldn't have come. At least London had real houses, not tents or wooden shacks. We'll have answers soon enough. We need to increase hope here. I mean, what's bringing down the hope? Are there any laws I can do that will increase hope? So that's the purpose, right? Warning gathering. Okay. So we can do all of these. Okay, let's do this. Morning gathering. We'll gather each morning to make sure our goals and priorities for the day are clear to everyone. So that's basically a stand-up. The morning gatherings will slightly raise hope from time to time. Hope will rise slightly. Yes, let's have the morning gatherings. We're into this together.
New law in the city.
It's Londoners, right? And what was the other laws? Let's go back to the order. That one was guard stations. So guard stations will, I hope, people living near it. Lower discontent of people living near it. You can use guards to break up protests. Right. Discontent will rise slightly. And this is a foreman. Yeah, we should probably have a foreman. Appointing a responsible foreman will make sure that people work as efficiently as possible. New ability foreman increases the efficiency of workplace by 40% for 24 hours. Okay. So we've increased the hope here slightly at least. We don't have a lot of coal here either. it soon work as well, so we don't need to do any emergency shifts right now. The launderers gain more followers. That's almost half. And how many days are left? 13 days are left. Okay, the generator is down. That's because, yeah. Okay. Try to mine more coal. This is starting to look really grim. The generator is shutting down. No, don't shut down. So we could dismantle a tent, but we shouldn't do that yet. We need steel. Hey! Oh, robot is here. So what do you actually do? The automatons can replace entire crews at most workplaces. Wow, that's really awesome. They are produced in the factory and work 24 hours per day. That's all the time, with other words. The initial efficiency is 60%, but it can be raised by researched upgrades. An automation recharges itself twice daily from the generator or steam hub without interfering with its operation. That's great. Okay, so we need coal. I wonder if we can create a new coal mine here. Your time has come. What does it change? We're doomed anyway. Lucky bastard. And die quickly. I'm glad I never seen him again. You are banished. Wow. Okay. So a band of grim men escorts you under the generator. The waiting crowd is silent. People observe you as you pass, their faces blank as though they are watching the snow fall. You are summarily judged and spared to death sentence in recognition of your efforts. You are banished from the city instead.